Forget about all rising for the Judgment Day. How about rise for the Blue Brand as once again Smackdown numbers continue to grow. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The Smackdown numbers are in for the 31st of May show, and in fact, they are very impressive. They are the highest viewership since the second week after WrestleMania, and it is the highest demographic since the direct Smackdown after WrestleMania. So we've seen, obviously, WrestleMania 40, it came and went, the numbers began to dip, but in the past 2 weeks we've seen numbers go back up again. Now, they're not really where they were the week of WrestleMania. That SmackDown did a 2.6, but this is still very impressive. This is still very good. This week's SmackDown did 2.310 million. So that's a good number, and it is up 8%. Last week, SmackDown's numbers went up. They did 2.147 million, but this week it's up another 8%, and it's did 2.310 million. So the numbers are looking good for SmackDown. And if you compare it to the previous 4 weeks, it's up 7% as well. And when you compare the demographic, this week's demographic is up 16% from last week's, which was a 0.56. This week was a 0.65, so up 0.9 there. And then we also have the demographic up 10% over the past 4 weeks. So good numbers here from SmackDown. I watched the show. I didn't think it was a good show, though. Now, they did advertise pretty much AJ Styles retiring. Not really at the beginning, but from probably like the third segment, the second segment, it was hinted that AJ was going to retire. Did that get people to tune in? I mean, who knows? We're hearing that AEW Collision reportedly done their worst rating ever. And then you've got SmackDown, whose ratings are continuing to go up. So it looks like WWE is heading one direction at the moment, and that seems to be upwards, and AEW are heading downwards. They are heading very, very low. But let's look at the videos then. So let's look at the clips that were uploaded from YouTube to maybe have an indication of who is responsible for this rating. Obviously, we will do the quarter by quarter hours later on, but normally whoever get the most viewed YouTube vids, they tend to have the best quarters as well. So coming in first place, AJ Styles attacking Cody Rhodes full segment has got 856,000 views. So looks like people were actually intrigued for this AJ Styles retirement segment. Nearly 1 million views there, so that's pretty good, and it's way better than anything else on the show. So we go from 856,000 with AJ attacking Rhodes in first place, and then down in second place with 383,000. It is Kevin Owens starting a war with the Bloodline, the fake Bloodline, the B Bloodline version, the shit version of the Samoans. So that's a massive drop there. We're talking almost 500,000 of a difference in views between SmackDown's highest viewed YouTube video clip and then their second highest. That is mad. Third place is the full SmackDown highlights with 306,000. So people were choosing to watch the full highlights over any individual segment. That's pretty poor. Fourth place, 298,000 Street Profits versus the Bloodline. Fifth place with 269,000. It was Bayley, Chelsea Green, and Piper Niven crashing Nia Jax's coronation. Sixth place was Paul Heyman begging Kevin Owens to back off the Bloodline, 232,000. A little bit surprised that this was down in sixth place because, well, I mean, obviously AJ retiring was in first, and there was 2 Bloodline segments in front of this as well. But I thought Paul Heyman begging Kevin Owens to back off the Bloodline, got Paul Heyman in there, the topic is the Bloodline. I thought I would have done a little bit better than this, but I mean, whatever. Seventh place, we have Naomi and Bayley taking on Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. This got 185,000 views, and in last place, 8th place out of the top 8 clips, it was AJ Styles surprising WWE Champion Cody Rhodes after a false retirement. So, like, they upload a small portion of it, like a condensed 3-minute clip of it, but they also had the full segment on the channel as well, and the full segment did 856,000, so the full segment really did draw. But that is the numbers there in terms of the SmackDown videos. So you can see clearly that the AJ Styles attacking Cody Rhodes just, performed so much better than everything else. And it will be interesting to look at the quarter by quarter hour ratings to see if the main event actually went up. I want to see how many people tuned in to see AJ Styles potentially retire for professional wrestling. That could be an interesting number. But overall, it's a very solid number. Over 2.3 million. SmackDown heading in the right direction, heading into those mid 2 million territory. And then you've got AEW just failing week in, week out. So, different contrast here between the two companies. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.